Welcome to Wake and Jake. Hope you had a fantastic Valentine's Day weekend. Summer grows dark. Valentine's Day with its highs and lows of love and loathing. Is that something? I'm joined by producer BBD, King Cupid himself. I'm Jake Snorielli, and let's, again, for those watching on the new channel, we appreciate you. We start out here on Wake and Jake with the game of the night, and BBD, boogity, boogity, boogity. We're a Nascar company. We always have been, always will be. The Daytona 500, and we got explosions. Pow! Bang! Mike Breen on the call. Honestly, don't really know what happened. It seemed like the race started in the afternoon, and then it didn't end at night. Was that just because of weather? Was it because of the other big crashes? There was a couple big ones, and I think the story was on the final lap. There was a giant crash, and they didn't let him race anymore. Michael McDowell wins. Guys, we're not a NASCAR pod. So that's a pump fake game of the night.
Pump fake, tricked ya.
That's the Luka Doncic pump fake game of the night. And we're going to see Luka. He's going to juke ya, is the book of basketball. Portland Trail Blazers played the Dallas Mavericks in Big D in Dallas, and it was snowing in Dallas. How about that? A snowy Valentine's weekend in Dallas. Been there. BBD, this was a fun game, and this was the Sunday night game, and this was a weekend that was void of a lot of sports. So I think a lot of sports fans watched this one, and you got to watch two of the most fun players in the game. Dame and Doncic. Portland can light it up with anyone, man. They get overlooked. McCollum didn't even play this game, and they've still got guys that can get buckets. The Mavericks, they come out. We basically play an even first half, and then Portland puts up a 45 spot in the third quarter. That's 45 points in the third quarter. That's again, old NBA minds probably can't even process that information. Lillard goes off. Gary Trent Jr. gets hot. Stay Mello gets 15. Anthony Simons, look out. Dallas tries to come back, and they do. They hold Portland to 18 in the fourth. Coming down the stretch, they're chipping away. Luka gets the open three-point shot to tie the game. Lips in and out. He gets all sad boy and mad at himself, which is a little fun if you're a Mavericks fan. Luka finishes with a casual 44, 9, and 7. Kristaps second on the team with 18 and 8. And then for Portland, Lillard had 34. Him closing out a game is some of the most pretty basketball you'll ever see. He's just dominant. And second leading scorer on his team was Gary Trent Jr. with 17. So this was a fun game. A lot of runs. Dallas came back, made it tight. Lillard was complaining a lot, got a technical. And he was kind of right. They got screwed on a few calls, and he kept getting mad. Portland wins 121 to 118. Portland 16 and 10. The Mavs are 13 and 15. Same record as the New York Knicks. So, again, this the Luka thing is a ton of fun. I like Luka. He gets a little complainy, and they're still not winning a lot, which, just check the NBA resumes. Anthony Davis was kind of in a similar boat. Respected as one of the best guys in the league. They play different styles. Anthony Davis isn't a guy that can kind of close games. It's a small man's game.
He isn't expected
Ball handler, yeah. You want the guy. You want Dame. You want Doncic. You want them top of the key, like doing whatever they want. So a little unfair there. Man, BBD, something I want to talk about in the sports world. The Trailblazers are underrated. They had a weird year last year, shortened season. But, dude, they've got guys that can fill it up in a hurry. Like Dame, obviously. McCollum, really good. Probably underrated in his own right. Gary Trent Jr., man, I think since McCollum got hurt, he's been averaging 20 points a game. Melo can still get buckets. Say whatever you want to say about Melo. He can still get buckets. And Bobby Covington, I don't think he's a go get buckets guy, but he makes his shots, man. He was 4 for 4 from 3 yesterday.
I mean, as recently as, a year or two ago, people called him, like, the best role player in the league.
best
which you
3-and-D
can make
guy.
that argument for a lot of guys, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he is still right there in that conversation.
He was like the 3-and-D conversation. So I don't know. This Portland team's a lot of fun, man. When they get, they've got Derek Jones Jr., might hear about later, freak athlete. Cantor does his thing, which is terrible on one end. Even Simons, dude, he went 4 of 6 from 3, which they weren't just open power forward, let me jack him up. Like, he does stuff. So I don't know. Get dialed into Portland. I tweeted out yesterday, and I think I've said on here before, I'd love if somehow Lillard and Embiid could get together. I think that's like...
Yeah, I like that.
They need each other for, like, championship dreams.
They would complement each other really nicely.
While they would both get the respect they deserve. Like, if Embiid joined LeBron, like, you would just talk about it like it's LeBron's team, I mean, we kind of do it with Anthony Davis. But, like, if Lillard and Embiid could do it together, I think they would both
and
get...
it's also like neither of them have done that before.
No.
So it would feel like a pretty mutual teaming up.
Weird.
So we both get there for the first time.
It's a little bit of a weird NBA dreamland, I guess. It's not
Neither
happening.
seem to be on the move or want to leave the city they're in.
I'm just kind of throwing it out there for like 2-3 years down the line because I think they'd be a perfect fit. Like, Embiid's one thing is that he kind of can't close games because he's a big guy.
Centers
It's
don't
just
really
tough.
do that
It's just
anymore.
tough. You have to get him the ball, and it's not how it works anymore. Where Lillard is so good at closing and tall, small. Embiid's got the defense.
Some good tall,
Lillard
small
did-
stuff.
Some good tall, small stuff. So that was the game of the night with Daytona. A lot of people were having fun with that.